Hello and welcome to Marbella with him and her. He is...
PJ Lopez, and she is...
You nearly forgot them.
I forgot who you were.
Hannah Murray.
That's the one.
Yay.
And
Episode 13. Lucky
13,
for some,
yeah.
Unlucky for others. If we can get our words out, we'll be lucky.
And we're sitting in... So we're going to rename where we are. So we're going to call this... What are we going to call it? Our sound tent.
Sound tent.
Yes.
There's only sound if we're in it, though.
Well, of course.
Okay.
Well, you wouldn't get in here if not, would you?
No.
It's tiny and it's hot.
It's really hot. Sound tent. Okay, we're in our sound tent again. And we realise there's quite a lot happening on the Costa del Sol this weekend coming up.
Yeah, and not just Marbella, but actually up and down the coast.
There's Mark Anthony coming over, the singer. His concert, it was in Marbella, but it's actually in San Pedro. It's in the Ferrier ground, isn't it?
It is. So it's where we went last year to see the Oasis 90s music.
Oasis.
Oh, isn't that what I just said? Didn't I just say Oasis?
Yeah, but you said it like that as opposed to Oasis. You're
No,
going,
because it's got two
Oasis.
O's, isn't it? Or is it two A's?
No, it's S's at the end.
Or two S's?
Yeah, Oasis.
Yeah, that one.
Oasis.
If you don't know who he was the former husband, because she's had a few, of J-Lo.
Yes. And he's a huge, Latino singer, isn't he? Really, really popular.
Yes, I don't really like his stuff.
No, same. So we won't be going to
We
that.
won't be going. But there's lots of people that will.
There's lots of people that will. And also it's the E1 World Championships this weekend in Banús.
Which I've been looking forward to, but we've got rehearsals for our Lark in the Park, which we're going to talk about a bit later. So we're not sure if we're going to actually see it, because we're not sure what time it's on and if they would have finished by the time we finish rehearsals. So we're going to try anyway.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of information out there, but they have said in the last 24 hours or so that entry is free.
Yes,
and it's
can you
kind of
believe that?
first come, first serve.
Yeah, so it says once they're full up and they've got enough people in the stands, you can't get in. But if you're lucky enough to get there early enough, you can go in for free and watch some fantastic racing. And he owns one of the teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be epic. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see from the shore because obviously all the action is happening out at sea.
Yeah, well, there's a grandstand, so I'm assuming that you must see something. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, well,
And
yeah. And
don't forget, they've done this before. I think this is the second race in the calendar. Or they will be doing Monte Carlo, they're going to be doing Geneva, so there's loads lined up. And Sergio Perez, he's one of them that's
a captain.
And he's just had a big accident in F1. He's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But that was today at Monte Carlo. And I can't see that he would come over to do this right in the middle of the F1 season because that would be a bit distracting. So I don't know what it means being a captain of the team, whether you actually turn up or not, or whether you're just by name a captain of the team. But I guess we'll see.
We will see. So hopefully we're going to get there on Saturday after we've done our rehearsal because Sunday is Lark in the Park.
That's an annual event we have with the International Theatre Studio. It's always at Benavis in the park. What's the park called? Alameda or something?
Oh, that rings a bell. No, that's the one in Marbella.
Oh, yeah. Don't go there.
Don't go there. No, they're just the park in Benavis.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a picnic outside, which is lovely. And we're doing the first half of the show or the evening, which is all TV comedy sketch shows. So all the greatest TV comedy sketch shows that you can think of from like the 60s to the present day. We hope we will do your favourite.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, then I just think that's a liberty.
You can't say that.
That's a clue to one of the sketches we're doing.
I'm going to bleep that out so as not to offend. So that's Lark in the Park. So make sure you get your tickets if you haven't got them already. internationaltheatrestudio.org.
Yes,
and it's for charity.
I was going to say, I just wanted to mention the charity that we've chosen this year, because we always choose a charity. And this year we're doing animals, and we're going to do Adana.
Yes, Adana Animal Shelter in Estepona. They do amazing work.
Yes, and they're always in need of funds and donations, so hopefully they'll raise lots of money on the night as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a raffle with some great prizes. So.
Yes, I might enter.
What, raffle yourself?
No. I mean, not as a prize. I might enter the raffle.
Of course you're going to enter the raffle. We have to buy raffle tickets.
Well,
I thought
yeah,
you meant you were going to put yourself up as a prize.
Well, no, we want to
want
sell
people
some.
to buy tickets.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you very much. Moving on.
I'd buy tickets. No, that'd be a waste of money. I've already got you. You're mine. Mwah,
I'm going for an escape room.
Another event coming up, a consistent event throughout the summer, is Starlight.
Starlight, Starbright.
It starts next month in June, which is less than a week away now. And it's a fabulous concert venue. It's in Nogüeles and it's in an old, what do they call it?
Quarry.
Yeah.
It's like a hollowed out quarry that they've made into this amazing stage. And what else would you say?
There's restaurants, there's a nightclub. It's
yeah, everything.
Amazing venue.
But it's an auditorium. And it's just got fantastic acoustics, hasn't it?
Yeah, really good. And it's beautiful. You're like, watching music under the stars because it's outside. And they've got some amazing acts this year. A whole long list of acts. Ricky Martin.
Big hands.
What?
Have you noticed? Ricky Martin has massive hands.
Has he?
Yes. Freakily big hands.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going to notice now. Gypsy Kings.
Jamie Cullum.
Who we've seen before. Love Jamie Cullum. Van Morrison.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, I love Sheryl Crow. I'm gutted. That's the weekend I'm in Liverpool, so I won't be able to see her, but I will be in Liverpool as well. So I won't be missing out completely, but I will miss Sheryl
Here's one
Crow.
you want to see, though.
Keane. Really want to see Keane. That's only in a couple of weeks. I'm keen to see Keane.
Yes, and I'm keen to see the Corrs.
And they're on one night after the other, so we might be going 2 nights in a row.
Yes, so my favourite Irish group. I saw them at Wembley before we came to Spain.
You like the Corrs. Then we've got Julian Marley and the Uprising. We spoke about him a couple of weeks ago. He's one of the sons of Bob Marley.
And there's one that you're going to be excited and you've booked tickets for as soon as they came on sale, and that is...
Take That, baby! So excited, so excited. We saw Take That in Gibraltar at the music festival, and I might have cried a little bit.
I think you did, and you wet yourself.
I did not wet myself.
I think you did when they came on stage. I think a little bit of wee came out.
I didn't. Did I?
Quite possibly.
I remember crying. I don't remember that bit. Simple Minds, also seen them in Gibraltar. They're excellent. Tom Jones.
He's a regular. He's been here quite a few times as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, saw him in the
Get your knickers ready for that one.
Yeah. Oh, God. Diana Krall.
Yes, so she's a sort of jazz singer.
Yeah, amazing voice.
Yeah, great voice. She's been a couple of times as well.
Yeah, and there's Placido Domingo.
Yes, and he seems to have replaced Andrea Bocelli.
Has he?
Yes, because Andrea Bocelli's done for the last 2 or 3 years, and I think that's really short-sighted of them.
You can't do that.
Why?
Oh, God.
It's a joke.
We'll get cancelled. I wanted to talk about food.
Oh, yes, please.
Because we love food, and we've mentioned many times before that PJ does all the cooking. I really don't do much food-wise at all. I'm good at presentation, aren't I?
You're better at presentation than I am.
Yeah, so presentation but not food. There was an interesting interview. Gary Lineker this week was on the food programme, and he was talking about his kind of culinary journey. He started cooking about 9 years ago when he became single because he had to, and he loves it. He really enjoys cooking. He's really got into it. He was saying how cooking should be taught in schools a lot more than it is. And that reminded me of your kind of experiences.
Yes, and my story was that I've always wanted to do something with cooking, even when I was at school. But back then, there wasn't really any celebrity chefs in the mainstream, because obviously TV wasn't the same as it was nowadays. You know, you had 4 channels, if you remember rightly, then 3 for ages, and then a new one came along, which was Channel 4, yippee. It was a very different time and a different era, and cooking was deemed in school as being a bit sissy. And
it was just something that mothers did, wasn't it?
So I did choose home economics, but home economics is a bit of like sewing and homekeeping, so it's not really just about the cooking, but it's the only one that included cooking. So it wasn't the greatest subject to choose, and through peer pressure, after about 2 weeks, I changed and went to woodwork, which I'm absolutely rubbish at.
Yeah, you're definitely better at cooking than woodwork.
Yes, I would say
In fact, you're
so.
better at home economics in general than woodwork.
Okay, let's rub it in.
No, it's good. I'm very lucky. I'm sort of a bit, I don't want to say lazy with cooking, because I do offer to cook, but you want to do all the cooking, so I don't do much at all.
Yeah, I want to survive as well.
Yeah, so don't. But if I needed to cook, I would. I used to cook a lot more, yeah.
Which means that you're now lazy, because I do the cooking.
No, it's not about being late. You don't let me cook.
No.
And I nearly had to cook. I invited some people over for brunch, which I ended up not doing because I wasn't feeling very well. But I was a bit nervous about all the cooking that I needed to do. I was like, I've got to do brunch, and PJ's not here.
You called me and said,
I
what
called
do
you
I do? What do you mean, what do you do? Well, what? How?
I wasn't sure. Didn't know how you cooked bacon, whether you did it in the air fryer or not.
No, I do it in the grill.
Okay, well, Amy does it in the air fryer. It's not such a stupid suggestion.
No, it's not a silly suggestion. I just do mine in the grill.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure, so I got it right. But then I never had to do it, so I was all right again.
You were, yes. So actually, we ended up eating all the stuff we got for brunch ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice.
And I cooked it.
Yes, and you did. It was very nice.
In the grill.
There's a video that's gone viral this week of a man getting very agitated with his luggage in Malaga airport.
It's quite funny. It's gone viral on social media, hasn't it? Or did you just say that?
That's absolutely what I said, yeah.
Okay. So this video has gone viral on social media, and it's a man at Malaga Airport.
Oh, don't repeat the whole thing. Tell a different part of the story.
No. So he's flying with Ryanair, and you know they have those trolley things that you have to fit your bags and cases into, and if it doesn't fit, then you've got to pay, and they want money off you. So
and it's tiny. It's about the size of a 50p piece.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And we'll come on to it in a minute because they're all different sizes. But anyway, this particular guy, he wasn't going to have it. He's not going to pay. So I think it was just the wheels that were slightly too big. So he basically prized the wheels off of his case so that it would fit.
Everyone in the airport was giving him a round of applause. Even the staff were kind of giggling.
So he got away with it, but I'm not sure he saved anything because I think the replacement case probably cost more than it would have done to put it in to pay to put it in the cold.
It's stupid why the bag sizes are so different from airline to airline.
Frustrating. So I think there is a aviation standard size, but then they also say, or the airlines can have their own sizes, and of course they do, and they all have different sizes. I think one of the more generous ones, funny enough, is EasyJet. They've got a slightly bigger size. Then all the others are slightly smaller, and some are smaller than others, and so you can't have this one bag and go everywhere with different airlines on it. You've got to have different bags for different airlines.
That's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
That's our moan. That's a good moan, isn't it?
Yeah. So a couple of articles from the Sir in English this week. There was one about a film called The Courier, which is a film about the real estate boom and corruption in Marbella.
Corruption in Marbella?
Yeah, did you know
I don't know where they got that from.
No, I don't know where they get these things from. It has become the most watched non-English language film on Netflix, and bizarrely, it's not yet available in Spain, so we haven't seen it. We can't see it.
Do we know what language it's in?
I assume Spanish.
Yeah.
Espanol.
But why would it not be available in Spain?
I don't know. Maybe they're like...
Maybe they've blocked it. Maybe they don't want this sort of information or this sort of film coming out.
I don't know. I find it very odd. So we're looking forward to seeing that
when
we're allowed.
We might see some of our friends in there. We've got friends that are real estate agents. They might be the story.
God, imagine. There's also a new €1 million bus station for San Pedro to go out to tender before the end of the year. That's exciting.
Very exciting. And I think ages ago, when they did the underpass and boulevard, they were talking about a new bus station in San Pedro, and it never happened. So our bus station in San Pedro is a bus stop.
Yeah, there isn't a station at all. And this sounds like it's going to be a proper one, a bit like the one in Marbella. So there's going to be 6 covered bays. They're building a waiting area for passengers. There's going to be an electric vehicle charging area, public toilets, storage. So, yeah, fully functional bus station.
Electric charging area, why?
I don't know.
It's a bus station. You don't drive to the bus station, do you?
Well,
you get dropped off at the bus station.
Yeah, well, there is a car park at Marbella bus station, isn't there? So maybe
it's a car park, yeah. But anyway,
I don't know. It could be for
storage.
buses.
What, like you can take your house contents and just store it?
No, I assume just like bags and luggage and things like that, like lockers.
Okay.
I guess. And it's going to be in that big area near the roundabout, the Ronda roundabout, where you turn off to La Campana, that big area where the circus normally is.
Oh, yes, I know where you are.
Yeah.
Well, we can hang out there, can't we?
Is that the best we can do? You're going to take me for a date at the bus station?
Why not?
God.
We could do one of those things, just like pin a donkey, pin the thing on the donkey. We could just close our eyes and point, and we can get on a bus and go there.
Oh, that's fun. I wondered where you were going with that story.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the idea of doing that. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's slightly better than just hanging out in the bus station.
Yes, we could hang out
on a special trip.
On a trip, end up in Portugal. That'd be great.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm not sure the buses go from San Pedro to Portugal, but I get the point of your...
Well, if they're going to have 6 covered bays, they've got to go somewhere.
Well, yeah, like Marbella, Estepona, Malaga, Ronda. I expect that. I don't even know if the locations are changing.
Oh.
Yeah, I doubt. Portugal, can you imagine?
Well, it'd be fun. I think you can get anywhere on a bus. You might have to change a couple of times. But I know you can go to Seville on the bus from San Pedro, but you have to change.
Slightly closer than Portugal, though.
Well, it's en route.
God. Anyway, we're not taking a bus to Portugal.
It's only 4 hours away.
No. There's a new...
Actually, sorry, I'm going to cut in there. We'd never get a bus to Portugal with you on it anyway. We went to Ronda once and you nearly got sick.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's I think probably
too far.
Marbella is probably our limit.
Yeah, too far. Marbella. There's a new beach club opening on the Costa del Sol in Benalamadena. It's quite a way away from us in Marbella, but we're still going to check it out.
It's called Higueron.
And it's opening on the 31st of May, so this Friday.
It sounds amazing, actually. I mean, there's some great beach clubs around Marbella and Estepona anyway. I think we spoke about Sublime,
And
which
the Sala
opened.
by the Sea.
And there's Ocean Club. Yeah, so we've got loads to choose from this end. And not so many that you really hear of up that way. I mean, there are beach clubs. Obviously, I think they've got a Trocadero in Benalamadena as well, which has got one in
More of a
Marbella.
restaurant, I think.
Yeah,
but,
so this sounds really exciting because Higueron is a big development or developer and company that have a restaurant already in the area, but it's in the hills above Benalamadena, and I think it's a Michelin star restaurant. And I think it's the same company that has all of that has got this place now on the beach.
Okay, and it's going to have 3 levels that are all providing something different. The top floor is a Japanese restaurant
Called the Jap's Eye.
No, it's not. It's called the Japo.
Japo. Sorry, the Japo.
God's sake, the Japo. And I think that sounds a bit
It sounds
rude.
offensive,
It
doesn't
sound
it?
offensive.
Yeah.
So the Japanese restaurant on the top floor sounds amazing and hopefully not offensive. Then there's a middle floor, which is where the swimming pool is and all the beach beds if you want to be around the pool. And then the lowest floor is called Feel the Beach, and it's basically a beach where you can have beds there and go into the
So
sea.
is that somebody's name? Phil the Beach. Is that his name?
No. And it's open 365 days a year, which is very unique for a beach club.
So that's every day.
That is every day, correct. Well done. Good maths. I'm not sure I want to go to a beach club in February, though.
Well, no, but you could go to the Japo.
God. Yes, I could go to the Japo. And the dress code, which is interesting, for the opening party, it says that you need to wear a splash of orange. And I thought, well, that's nice,
So
something a bit different from
what
all
would
the
happen?
white parties. But,
If you turned up in complete orange,
oh, that's fine.
well, it says a splash.
Well, at least a splash.
It's a minimum of a splash.
Yeah, we didn't say that, but... Yeah.
It's interesting because most parties here involve white and gold,
Yeah.
white and black.
And as much as I love the idea about a splash of orange and something different, I don't have anything in my wardrobe that's orange.
I think I've got some boxer shorts.
I don't think that counts.
Okay.
You can't show people your boxer shorts. So, yeah, I think a lot of people would need to go out and buy something with a bit of orange in.
Well, I don't know why I couldn't. I could come in my shorts if I wanted
For
to.
God's sake. The opening party cost €20, which I thought was an amazingly good price.
That's
I think
Benalamadena, isn't it? It's cheaper up there.
Yeah, you get a welcome drink and all the entertainment, and they come around with canapes, and so, yeah. Really good.
Should we go? Oh, we can't go because it's on the 31st of May. That's the day, well, actually...
2 days before.
It's 2 days before the Lark in the Park,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about.
We've already talked about it.
Have we? We did.
Yes.
Okay.
We record this on a Sunday, as you know, and last Sunday we went to a beach picnic in San Pedro. It was really windy.
It was extremely windy, and it had been for about 2 weeks, I would say.
Yeah, it's not so bad now, but it was really windy on Sunday. But we had Dutch friends over, and we were all quiet for a moment. We were just kind of lying there or sitting there on our deck chairs with our faces in the sun. And Marley looked over and said, "What a lovely life you have here." And it's nice, isn't it? It does make you appreciate it when people come over on holiday and kind of marvel at where you live and your lifestyle. It's nice. We do have a lovely life.
Yeah, we are actually very lucky to have the life that we do. And I suppose we are guilty of taking it for granted sometimes because we work. So we don't always see it for what it is. But what's great is that at a weekend or even in the evening, you know, we can go for a stroll along the beach or a drink or sundowners at a favourite bar in San Pedro. And yeah, we are extremely lucky.
Yeah. We're not lucky to live, well, we are lucky to live here, but I mean, we chose to move here.
And
I always
anybody can
find
do
it's
it.
Exactly. I always find it's when people say, "Oh, you're so lucky to live there." I think, well, you could live here too.
Yes. But not everybody. You get too crowded.
Yeah, we don't want everyone to.
And we haven't got enough room in the tent.
That's true. Oh, God, I'm so hot. We're going to need to speed up. Atipico. I went to a restaurant in San Pedro called Atipico on Friday night. Really
Sorry,
nice.
I'm taking you back because you missed out the biggest thing about the beach picnic.
Oh, yeah.
You are a 3 times San Pedro champion.
Of balls. What a load of balls.
What's the other name?
Petanque.
Petanque.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite good apparently.
Well, 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that good. I think a lot of it's luck, to be honest. Because
It can't be 3 years in a row. That's the common denominator is you.
Yeah. But I mean, all the people who played with me won't be like, "Oh yeah, Hannah, you're amazing." I mean, I do some good shots. I'm all right.
I've said this to you before. You've got very sort of hand-eye ball coordination. Good. You know, first time you played tennis, you had never played tennis, and we went over, and I thought, well, yeah, show off a bit here. I'm going to hit the ball hard at you, and it came back at me twice as hard. So I didn't do that again. And then when we went to play golf, you'd never played golf before, and after a couple of attempts, you got a par 5 in about 8 shots. So I think you've just got that natural ability.
Oh, that's nice.
Not playing any ball sports with you again. Bugger off.
So, Atipico, San Pedro, this restaurant, which has been there over a year apparently, but I'd never been there before, went with some girls on Friday night. They did some really different kind of foods. There was like roasted leek with romesco sauce and shaved parmesan. There was this amazing creamy burrata with a pesto sauce, artichokes with... See, this is going to sound horrible. Basically, bits of fat on it.
It sounds horrible.
It does sound horrible. And then they got the, what do you call it?
Blowtorch.
Blowtorch. And blowtorched the fat, so it all kind of melted.
I wonder if they could do that with
delicious. Me. Well, that'd be good. It would hurt, though. So, yes, definitely, I can recommend Atipico. We need to go there together.
Yes, and then after you'd finished there, you rang me. I'd happened to fall asleep on the sofa, but you rang and said, let's meet up, because our friend is singing at Musaka.
Exactly. Karen Danzig, who runs the choir that I'm in, she is also a singer, a professional singer, and it was her first gig at Musaka. And quite a few years ago, it had a different name. It was called Ambrosia, and Karen and her partner Bill used to do lots of gigs at Ambrosia, and we loved it there. We lived there, didn't we?
Oh, well, we didn't quite live
Not
there.
quite,
That would be silly.
We spent a lot of time there. So
I had a big birthday there.
Yes, you did. We had a
when I
big
was
birthday
21,
party.
yeah.
This was Karen's first one at Musaka, so hopefully it's going to become a regular thing.
I think
I
read today that they've already said they're going to rebook her.
Oh, good.
So that's good.
Good stuff, definitely. And that is pretty much it. I just wanted to mention Race Across the World. It's the final, I think, next week. And we've absolutely loved it. We've loved watching Race Across the World. The contestants that we really like were Alfie and Owen.
Yeah, a couple of young lads, yeah.
They're mates, but we've grown to really love Betty and James as well, the siblings.
It's interesting to watch the backstory of these people, because obviously I think in order to get in and get chosen to do this Race Across the World, because I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people that enter to be part of it, so they must have a decent backstory. And bless the 2 young lads, he lost his mother when he was very young. He's not grown up really with a mother, has he?
No.
And he's only about 19, 20, and his biggest ambition is he wants children.
Yeah,
even at his age. I mean, I don't think he's even found a girlfriend yet, but he wants children because he wants to give his kids the life that he didn't have.
That's really sweet.
Which is amazing. And he's so much older than his years, isn't he? A lot wiser
really
than his
wise.
years.
And Betty and James.
Betty. Gosh, that's a strange name for a young girl, isn't it? Betty.
But it's really fashionable. A lot of old-fashioned names are kind of coming back. It's really trendy now.
Gertrude.
Maybe not that one, but you never know. I wouldn't put it past people. So Betty has got a rare condition where she was born without a womb. So obviously she's not able to have children. And she hadn't spoken to her brother James about it. It's obviously a really personal thing. And she opened up to him and they both got really emotional. And he was talking to camera at one point on his own. And he started crying and he looked at the cameraman and said, "Can someone give me a hug?" And it was so beautiful. I saw on Twitter, everyone was going, "Thank you to the cameraman for hugging James on behalf of the whole nation."
You've welled up again, haven't you? I can see your eyes are glistening again.
It was a beautiful moment. So yes, we're looking forward to the final of that.
Yes, so we not switched allegiance, but either of those two that we just mentioned, we'd be happy for either of them to win, I think.
And now I need to get out of this tent and get a shower because I'm really hot.
Did you not have a shower before?
I did, but I need another one now. Okay, thank you for listening. Hope you've enjoyed today's show.
So please, if you can, and you can remember, just leave us a review. Ideally, if you listen on one of the podcast apps, that's great because those go towards the figures. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but the YouTube views don't count towards the actual downloads. So we have
Spotify does, doesn't it?
Yes, all the others do. So we can see that those come through.
Yeah.
So it would be great if you could leave us a review anywhere.
Give us a 5-star. Thank you very much.
And you can follow Hannah at...
Yeah, on Instagram at Radio Hannah.
And you can follow me at... I've forgotten it again.
No, you haven't. PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
That's the one.
PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
See, I don't ever type my own handle in, that's why.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's us. Thank you for listening. Have a good week. Always a bye-bye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.
See you later.
Yeah, we've got to come up with a better ending than that.